All right, guys, salute to everybody, man. I'm going to start doing the videos similar to the way I used to do them. Again, tell me what you think in the comment section. Give me your feedback. Giving you multiple stories. Multiple stories. Now, we're going to get to the main story. We're going to get to the main story that this video is about. But first, I'm going to give you guys some unbelievable stories that are happening around this country that you will only see here. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App, hit that Super Chat. We about to go in.
But here, police say he was able to drive his truck right through these garage doors here. What police aren't saying, though, is whether they were open like they are now, or whether he had to break through a lock. But he's been here twice now, including once early this morning. He's wearing a construction vest, and here he is getting ready to load a spool of wiring into his truck. But police say he has no business here. These pictures taken from a surveillance camera and one of two early morning visits to the Venezon Convention Center this week. The thief taking hundreds of feet of copper and electrical wire, as well as welding leads, all worth a combined $30,000.
That sounds like somebody know exactly what they're doing. I mean, they know the value of what they're getting.
Charles Neighbors knows the value. He owns Roy Good Hardware, where just 100 feet of electrical wiring will set you back more than $100.
And for a larger construction like what they're doing, I'm sure they buy larger roads. A few of those will get you in the thousands in a hurry.
The first theft happened around midnight Tuesday. Police say the thief drove his white Dodge Ram into this garage and helped himself to wire and 800 feet of welding leads. Then this morning around 4, he came back, this time taking more wire and 1,400 feet of welding leads.
Believe it or not, I hear those kind of stories all the time, where they're coming on a work site at night and they'll take whatever's there.
Pricey prizes for far too many a thief, but with his picture out there.
Now, why would this brother not wear a mask? I just don't understand us, man. It's 2021. Joe Biden just passed a law saying that you have to wear a mask on federal property. That's just the beginning. So, to the Biden administration, you thought Trump was a fascist? You thought you was totalitarian rule, dictatorship? You have to wear a mask on federal property now, when you're in a federal building. It's the law. So what's next? Other places. Okay? You have to wear it in stores. They're going to make it mandatory that you have to wear a mask on the street when you leave your house. They're going to start fining people, locking people up for that. And this fool went and committed this crime, $30,000 with no damn mask on. I remember when it was a time when you had a mask on and you was out, people looked at you crazy. People call the cops, they see a black dude walking down the street with a mask on. Now you can just wear a mask. You can walk in the damn store, walk in the bank with a mask on.
Pricey prizes for far too many a thief, but with his picture out there, police hope this man will soon learn crime doesn't pay. And no bumps in the road for construction tonight. Everything major wrapped up aside from a few finishing touches. In fact, the general manager here says today they reached a substantial completion milestone. Live downtown tonight, Luke Jones.
Arlington police say tips from the public helped them catch the man wanted for killing a store clerk. 18-year-old Dorian Woodard is now charged with capital murder for the murder of Jordan Hightower. Police say Woodard fired 8 shots at Hightower before speaking a word during the robbery and then later bragged about it. Fox 4's Macy Jenkins joins us tonight with the update.
Smash. Fired 8 shots before speaking a word to the cashier and then bragged about it. reverse the races on this story. The mayor's involved. The mayor's making a statement. Protests, leaders, people flown in. BLM frequent flyer miles going through the roof. Shot the white boy 8 times before speaking a word, then bragged about it during a robbery. Didn't know him from campaign.
18-year-old Dorian Woodard is now charged with capital murder for the murder of Jordan Hightower. Police say Woodard fired 8 shots at Hightower before speaking a word during the robbery and then later bragged about it. Fox 4's Macy Jenkins joins us tonight with the update. Macy.
Well, hi, Steve. I spoke to several family members today, and the details behind this shooting were very hard for the Hightowers to digest, but they are glad that police made an arrest. Woodard now behind bars with bond set at $100,000.
He was my husband, he was my mate, he was my twin flame, he was everything to me.
4 days after Jordan Hightower was shot and killed at the Easy Mart at Barton and Matlock Roads, his wife Kristen Reynolds says she can start to heal. Thursday, Arlington police announced they arrested 18-year-old Dorian Woodard for Hightower's murder. When you got the news about that, how did that make you feel?
I was overwhelmed with the sense of relief and safety.
Police made the arrest early Thursday morning as Woodard was leaving his father's apartment to take an Uber out of town. He credits the swift arrest to tips police got after releasing surveillance images of the shooter.
We're thankful that people had the guts to come forward and say, hey, this is the guy. We recognize the clothing.
At least one tipster told police Woodard had allegedly told other people about what had happened.
And so detectives were able to zero in on him based on these 2 tips.
Hightower was working his overnight clerk shift early Sunday morning when police say Woodard entered the store around 3:15. Without warning, he pulled out a handgun, walked up to Hightower, and shot him 8 times. Police say he then demanded Hightower open the register, but he was too injured to do so. So police say Woodard shot Hightower one last time, tried to open the register himself, gave up, and stole some tobacco products and snacks.
Over some cigarettes, cuz. He didn't get nothing. He didn't even get nothing but some tobacco products, some blunts, some swishes, some cigarillos. And people are mad at these people for snitching, I guarantee you. I guarantee you. The same people was snitching on the people at the Capitol are probably upset that this guy got snitched on. Man, snitching, man. There's too much snitching going on. You want a guy like this walking the streets? A guy that'll... Oh, my God. Again, reverse the races. And imagine what the story would be. Hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you get a channel membership. Make sure you get a channel membership. I know I haven't done a members only video in a minute, but I'm going to do some members only videos this upcoming week. Some fire. I did 5 in December. So now I gotta do... No, I did 5 in November and December. So I'm gonna get back on the members only tip for you guys that are members to the channel. So make sure you get your channel membership. There are 3 levels that you can get a membership at. You can get a visa, a green card, or you can get full citizenship. Now these videos will only be able to be seen if you have a membership. So make sure you do that pronto.
Shot him 8 times. Police say he then demanded Hightower open the register, but he was too injured to do so. So police say Woodard shot Hightower one last time, tried to open the register himself, gave up, and stole some tobacco products and snacks.
But after he shot the clerk, he made a comment, "Why did you look at me? I wouldn't have had to do this. Why did you look at me?"
So he's the victim. He got profiled. He, a black man, walked in the store. Could you imagine that? You working your shift at a quickie mart at a gas station overnight. Wasting your life away for 10 or 12 bucks an hour, if that. And a customer might come in every hour or every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. A customer finally comes in, your head pops up, you look at him, he walks up to you and shoots you 8 times and then blames it on you while you're laying on the ground. And shoot you again. Why'd you look at me? Now, we know that one complaint that African Americans have is that when they go into a place of business, they don't get the same service as white people. I was in there and nobody even came and asked me, did I need any help? You can't win. You can't win.
But after he shot the clerk, he made a comment, "Why did you look at me? I wouldn't have had to do this. Why did you look at me?"
Additional surveillance video from a nearby business captured Woodard leaving the store and heading east towards his father's apartment, less than a mile away from the Easy Mart. Woodard's prior criminal history is brief but did involve violence. In June, Dallas police arrested and charged Woodard with assault for attacking a security officer.
We're certainly glad he's in custody. This is a capital murder.
Hightower had just started working at the Easy Mart, a job he took after struggling to find work in the food industry due to the pandemic.
Given the area and the late night shift, and we knew it was really dangerous, but Jordan said that he wanted to work the shift.
Reynolds says she will miss the joy he brought to their home.
My life day in and day out was Jordan. And just him not here now, even being in the apartment, it's just not the same.
Jordan's parents sent me a statement saying they too are relieved the shooter is behind bars and, quote, "We trust God to provide justice in this case." A funeral has been set for Hightower on Saturday at Emerald Hills Funeral Home in Kennedale.
Okay, so on to Breonnaville, aka Louisville. 74-year-old man dies after being caught in crossfire of Shawnee neighborhood shooting. A 74-year-old man died after he was caught in the crossfire of a shooting Thursday evening in the Shawnee neighborhood. The shooting was reported around 9 p.m. when 2nd Division officers were notified about gunfire detected in the 600 block of South 41st Street. A spokesperson for the Louisville Metro Police Department said officers found broken glass and an open front door at a residence on the block. When they made their way to the home, they found the victim on the floor. According to LMPD, officers attempted life-saving measures for the man, but he died at the scene. The coroner has not yet identified the victim. Investigators believe the two groups of people were firing weapons at each other in the neighborhood when the victim looked out to see what was going on. God, dog. When the victim looked out to see what was going on. Police said it was then they believed the man was struck during the crossfire. No other people were inside the home at the time of the shooting, police said. Detectives said the victim does not appear to have any connection to those who were involved in the gunfire. Whew. If you have any information, call Louisville Police Department. You think anybody going to call? What's the over-under on somebody call it? The Louisville Metropolitan Police Department. What's some information about this? Because you know the guys are talking about, man, we got in a shootout last night, man. They don't think they hit nobody. That's the thing about when these guys have these crazy shootouts, they don't think they hit nobody. They don't think they hit nobody. The dudes they were shooting at got in the car and rolled up. They just shooting brazenly in these neighborhoods. 74-year-old man, gone. Was he a thug? Was he a gangster? Is it, man, that's just the streets.
After a 6-year-old girl was gunned down while attending a birthday party, concerned residents are now stepping forward to help. Local 10 News reporter Janine Stanwood is live in Northwest Miami-Dade to show us. Janine. So police and community members right now are out and about. They're actually handing out these flyers, hoping to get any information about the killing of little Chastity Saunders, 6 years old. You can see right now there are some folks right now who are right on Northwest 54th Street, just off of I-95, passing out flyers. Quite frankly, some of them were upset that more people did not show up. Still, they are doing the work, and they are...
So they're upset that not more people showed up. More people didn't show up to help pass out flyers and raise awareness for the tragic killing of this 6-year-old girl who was at a birthday party when some thugs just pulled up and started shooting. How many people you think would have showed up if... How many people you think would have showed up if it was a middle-aged career criminal, deadbeat dad, black dude, fight with the cops or pulled the weapon on the cops and got dealt with? How many people you think would have showed up? You think they would have been upset with the turnout? You think it would have been a smattering of people out there if a middle-aged black man in the commission of a crime while resisting arrest had gotten killed or even died or even just shot? How many people would have been out there?
Right now, we're right on Northwest 54th Street, just off of I-95, passing out flyers. Quite frankly, some of them were upset that more people did not show up. Still, they are doing the work, and they are asking for justice.
We out here to get justice. We have a little girl that's 6 years old that just got killed by a monster. When you take a little kid's life that hasn't had a chance to live, that's a problem in our community.
Passing out flyers, canvassing the streets, hoping to help cops find the killer of 6-year-old Chastity Saunders, a little girl by all accounts bubbly and bright, who was killed in a hail of guns.
I wouldn't have cared if that little girl was the worst person in the world. I wouldn't care if that little girl was the worst person in the world. She ain't deserved that. I wouldn't have cared if that little girl was the worst person that ever walked the face of the earth. I don't care how bubbly and bright she was. She a 6-year-old playing in the yard with a bunch of kids at a birthday party. Some thugs came up and still shot and sprayed the joint with bullets.
Little girl by all accounts bubbly and bright, hoping to help cops find the killer of 6-year-old Chastity Saunders, a little girl by all accounts bubbly and bright, who was killed in a hail of gunfire last weekend at an outdoor birthday party. 2 adults were also shot that night, but survived. Even after vigils with balloons, strong words from the mayor, superintendent, and police brass, there have been no arrests. Police only saying they believe the gunman sped away in a black vehicle. This handful of activists desperate for answers.
This cannot be the new normal. We have to stop normalizing violence.
It takes a village to raise kids, but it takes a village to get justice.
So again, a handful of City of Miami police officers are right here, shoulder to shoulder with these activists. They are passing out flyers to people who are right now in rush hour traffic, to some of the people right here in this area. We're just about a block from where that little 6-year-old girl was killed. If you know anything, call Miami police. They do have some leads, but they need help. Call them or Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. We're in Miami tonight. I'm Janine Stanwood, Local 10 News. Hopefully it helps. Thanks, Janine.
You gotta beg for tips in a case like this. A senior citizen get killed, you gotta beg for tips. People are like, oh, hell nah. You little hoodlums can shoot each other, but now y'all done killed the senior citizen. Oh, hell nah. Oh, yeah, we get it. Y'all, they killed your boy last week, and y'all killed their boy this week. That's y'all business. Oh, but now you done killed the 6-year-old girl? Oh, hell nah. 1,000 tips coming in. Tips left and right. Not in this community. You can't get a tip. That's considered snitching. 74-year-old man look out, hear gunshots, look out his front door, he get hit. That's snitching. You the bad guy. 6-year-old girl playing at an outdoor party. Some fools roll up, spray the crowd. Hit one of the many kids that's out there, kill her. You say something, you the bad guy. Wow. Like, subscribe, donate. Peace. I'm out.